spring and a summer show. Next year, we're just doing the one summer show.
44.
We're going to rehearse for 6 months for that. Yeah.
44 songs.
Yeah, 40 something, 40 and change. Yeah, but I guess this deal's been in the works for a while with Disney because
Really?
a lot of nuts and bolts to work out with an entity of that size. Disney's a little on the big side.
That mouse is a bastard.
Yeah, yeah, he can be.
He's a pushy little fella, but he's up there in age, so you got to give him that.
Yeah, he is getting up there. He will be 90. Let's see, this year he's I think he's 96 this year.
He's outlived the rest of his
or 94, yeah. In 2028 he'll be 100.
Is that when Steamboat Willie came out? 100 years.
28.
Right. Okay. Wow.
He is getting up there.
What a cute little rodent he is, and very rich, very wealthy.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what Mickey Mouse is getting for Christmas this year. He's got everything else, so what else?
Yeah, I don't really think he needs anything. Maybe another good cartoon. The early Mickey Mouse cartoons, the black and white ones, and maybe some of the early color ones were pretty good. And then he got kind of bland because he got turned into the corporate mascot. Donald was much more interesting because he wasn't the face of the company, so he could have a more interesting personality. He had anger management issues, for instance.
Totally, but
much more interesting character.
Do you know who was the second character actually kind of introduced that morphed into one of the full-on Disney characters? Wasn't it Goofy or Pluto? Like the dog?
Well, I think Goofy started out as a different character, and I think maybe Goofy is the one you're talking about. But I don't know. I wouldn't know what the early iteration of the character is, though, off the top of my head.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you're talking about Goofy.
I am talking about Goofy, but one of us is Frozen.
Yeah, you just froze.
No, you froze.
No,
you're not frozen. Now you're not frozen.
I think we both froze.
Okay, well,
But anyway,
isn't it cold?
So are you actually cold where you are at the moment? Okay.
No, I mean I've got the window open, but no, this is solely for entertainment purposes.
Gotcha. Yeah, nice. It's a nice ensemble. I'm just wearing my usual cardigan with bling.
That's okay. It's still very festive holiday. Thank you.
Yeah. And I'm also wearing my my ginger root T-shirt.
Oh wow!
I don't know if you're familiar with ginger root, but if you're not, you should check them out. Cameron Liu is the front man, and when he's not live, he's doing all the instruments himself in the studio. When he's playing live, then his high school buddies are doing drums and guitar and bass and keyboard and stuff.
Ginger root, okay.
But yeah, you should check out Ginger Root. They're very, very entertaining. They're like a throwback to 70s, 80s Japanese city pop. So it's and the sound, they have a totally unique sound, and they're very, very funny and very interesting and entertaining. I think this guy's a pop genius, actually. You should
really?
I'll send you some links. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I definitely will, and I'll bounce them off of Marcy too. Chrismo is one of the words for Christmas.
Oh, that just feels wrong.
But I don't even know what it is, though.
Yeah.
Who came up with that?
It sounds like it might be something bad that takes batteries. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's post it on Facebook and see what the fact checkers say.
Okay.
Anyway, well, yeah, no, the best of the holidays to you. So you are in Spain.
Yeah, I'm in Malaga, Spain right now. Working with Cirque du Soleil on the show Crystal. It's their ice skating show, and we're on a world tour currently going through Europe.
How cool. Are you closer to the beginning, the middle, or the end of the tour at this point? How much more?
Well, So we go. The show runs indefinitely
Right.
until it closes. So we're on our European leg about 1/3 of the way through. The European legs end in April, and then we go to Australia and New Zealand.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You've got to be stoked. What a fun. I mean, I know that there's work involved, but what a fun position, though.
The great thing about so the arena tours, it's a lot of work, and normally you're traveling to a new city every week. But if you love to travel, I mean, oh geez, it's just awesome. It's just awesome.
Now, this is the third. Am I right? This is the third Cirque du Soleil production you've been a part of.
Sure. So yeah, I've been the band leader, the music director for their show Zaya, which was a resident show in Macau, China. And then I was band leader, music director for the arena tour of Verikai.
Right.
And now I'm on my third show, Crystal.
How cool. And you said, so it's an ice skating kind of based or a theme then?
Yeah, it's their only ice skating show. This was a new thing for Cirque, to do an ice skating show. And it's just an absolutely beautiful show. And of course, my heart always stops because all the tricks they're doing, they're doing it on ice, obviously. It's an ice skating show. So.
Really? So it's kind of, so it's like the Cirque then that we're kind of all familiar with, like with the acrobatics and all that, but just transferred onto ice.
Correct. So half of the artists are ice skaters that then they train to do tricks, and the others are gymnasts that learn to skate. So combining all these people, it's a combination of world-class ice skating and the traditional Cirque du Soleil acts.
How cool.
Yeah.
And Crystal, even before the holidays, I mean, Crystal like brings to mind, I picture like a lot of blues and whites and that kind of like color scheme.
Hey, have you seen the logo for the show? Because that's exactly what it is. It's those blue hues that you might see, shimmering from glaciers, and the set is blue, and yeah, exactly.
No, actually, I never got like a sneak preview, so that was just totally from here, if you can believe that or not.
You have great instinct.
Thank God I'm not colorblind. That'll be next year. Cool. So,
I was just thinking, if you were colorblind, you'd be like, oh, so it's like white and then black. Yeah, that wouldn't work very well, would it?
A lot of grays.
Right.
No. And that's not to knock anybody that is colorblind. Don't get me wrong. So what's the atmosphere like where you're at then? Is it, I'm imagining that it's got to be like totally festive. Partially because the holidays are here, but second of all, just because the Cirque just has this image of being like this totally like magical experience, whether you're sitting in the audience or you're working on the production.
So we've already done in this part of our European tour, we've already done France and Germany, and now we're in Spain. And in Spain, Christmas and the Day of the Three Kings, which comes after Christmas, is huge. And it's very popular in Spain. So our audiences, we're getting about 5,000 people per show, and they are
pretty fast. You don't stop to look around once in a while. You could miss it.
Getting about 5,000 people per show, and they are crazy. I mean, crazy in all the good ways. They're clapping and they're very loud. Like it's a fiesta. They're ready for a party. And our show is very family oriented, so a lot of people bring their children too, particularly to our show. So you hear the thunderous applause, and then you hear all these giggles from the kids, and it's a really cool environment.
How cool. What, like on average, what's the amount of people that are hired whether it be production and performers. But what's the average like staff? How many are there of you guys when you're traveling like this?
So for most shows, there's roughly, on the touring shows, roughly about 100.
Wow.
So we have 44 artists,
Okay.
that perform on the stage,
Okay.
and then another 60 of the tech people, the people that do the flying, the carpentry, the wardrobe team, and then of course the office support team, catering, all of that. So about 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a massive undertaking, but what a blast.
My mind boggles sometimes when I try to think of the logistics that are involved behind the scenes, because like for us, I just show up and my instruments, my computers are set up, and when we're done, we get on the bus and we just go to the next town, and
Right.
But to set all that up is just massive.
No doubt. Well, partially that's because you living the life of a rock star. Yeah, you aren't supposed to do anything other than step off of the plane into the awaiting limo, and from the awaiting limo into the thing to usher you into your motel room. I think.
Well, no. It's not that. We're getting, after we finish the show at midnight Saturday, we're getting out at 8:00 Sunday morning, packing our suitcases in a rush, and
okay.
Yeah. It's not quite the limos and the the brown M&Ms out of the bowl. It's not quite. It's not quite that.
We've got the stale Starburst underneath the seats. That's what we've got.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, too funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, too funny. Because it's the holiday, I wanted to ask, what's one of your favorite Christmas memories? Like, if you were to travel back through time and pick one, what are like one or two of your most favorite memories of the holiday?
You mean my personal memories?
Yeah. Well, not mine. Yeah. Tell me what mine are. Yeah.
Okay, so I actually have one. So, so I grew up in Bellevue, Washington, and I remember I was about 5 years old. I might have been 4, and it had snowed, and I think I wasn't in school yet, or school was out, and we had this gigantic hill, and it was the perfect fluffy snow for sledding.
Yeah.
And so my mom got me all bundled up like the kid in A Christmas Story, right? And I went out sledding, and in my mind, I was there for hours, right?
Right.
I don't know, maybe it was 40 minutes. But
Okay.
so I came back in the house, and I was so cold, and my mom got my jacket off of me and everything and set me by the fire. There was a real fire. And she said, "Here, warm up." And she brought me hot cocoa and a Twinkie.
Really?
And I remember that because I was 4 or 5 years old, and I was just sitting there going, I mean, I didn't have these words yet, but I was feeling like life is good. This is it. Like, I have conquered.
Got my cocoa, my Twinkie moist cream-filled cake. I am good to go. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
And that is such an image out of like our childhoods, like the old Christmas commercials. The son comes home and gets to the house before the parents wake up, puts the coffee on, and then the parents wake up, and it's just
Hey, you're listening to the Groove Zone. This is Martin Thomas Reeves from MTR Project. All right.
just like a rock star.
better not shout.
And you better not cry.
Because Holidays 22 is coming to you.
December 26th.
Enjoy it. There you go. Go.
Okay, I could rant and rave, but you know what? It's the holidays. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Doing good.
Yeah.
The holidays are the greatest time of the year.
Yeah.
Everyone's nice to
Everyone's
each other.
nicer.
Yeah.
You know?
The Christmas spirit's in everyone's heart, and everyone's just a little bit kinder to each other, so it's nice.
But it needs to be longer than a 2-week period.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
should. Yeah.
Even a month. A month when you stop and figure how much dissatisfaction, hate, disdain, lack of sympathy, all of it is so prevalent, you know, until the holidays roll around, and then by gosh golly, you know, we're just gonna love on you.
Yeah.
But just wait until either Christmas is over, or wait until at least New Year's is over, and then we're right back to the same old dog and cat show.
I know. And that's why I think the holidays are like so nice, because it's like that's what we wish it was all the time, but
I know. Oh well, in a different Orwellian world or Dickensian world, maybe possibly. Ryan Carricker. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Man, we seriously do not see you enough.
I cherish the moments that we do have together.
This is true. Buddy,
scratches covering my glasses at the line of boats that I'm catching in a bottle with the green. It's electric, I'm corrupting all the static through the cracks and finding secrets.
Tonight now. I do want to get some cool Christmas memories from you guys. What, Amanda? Let me ask you. What's one of your most favorite holiday memories? Doesn't necessarily need to be like right on Christmas or anything, but just like what's one of your favorite holiday things?
gosh, I think about the holidays a lot as like being a kid, probably because I think they're meant for children. But I think one of my favorite things to do was to wait for my stocking for some reason. Like I always loved whatever my mom would she'd always put like a little note in there and like something that she made. And I don't know, it was just always like my favorite part. It was like an extra Christmas. I don't know. I loved Christmas morning at home because I thought it was like, our family wasn't a real like eat at the dinner table family, but they were a very like gather around the Christmas tree early in the morning kind of family. So I just
very cool.
Really love a lot of those memories.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
And you're right though. You kind of said it, is that it really is for kids. I mean, the magic kind of like fades as we get older. And I think that's sometimes what, you try to kind of regain every year is, some of the things that you remember from back then, some of the images, the sounds, the activities, the food, you name it.
Yeah, Christmas lights. So that's something that Ryan and I get to do, that we do every year, that my family did a long time ago, and I thought it was like a tradition, but it's really not. So Ryan and I have sort of made it our tradition that we'll always go find the big Christmas light shows around here and drive around and like Candy Cane Lane, stuff like that. I think that's like ultimate magic.
Hey everybody out there in listener land, you are listening to GZ23 with DJ D Phoenix, the man with the mask. He will set things to rights for you.
It's like ultimate magic, like Christmas lights.
And there are some, now you guys probably have even more up there than we do down here, but there are some people that really go out.
Yeah.
Like the walk through gardens and out in their front area. There's a house here in town. It's like a 2-3 story house. And then of course they've got like the inside decorated too, just a little bit from what you can see, but they keep that closed off because it's open to the public. from like December 1st, I think, or like right after.
Oh, that's fun.
And it is, and it's amazingly
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. A lot of people put a lot of time into that.
Yeah.
And, it's like, and it's cool because there are those of us that totally appreciate, I'll go for a drive down through a whole bunch. Shoot, yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's one of my favorite things to do.
Did you sip hot cocoa when you go?
Ooh, hot cocoa. I don't actually, because usually we're driving. I think that's the ideal state of mind, though, would be to have a hot cocoa or a coffee in your hand.
You should drink like a hot mocha or something.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be a hot cocoa?
What's been replaced? It's been replaced with a cell phone now. So that I'm like going like this, instead of going like this. So I got double fist.
That is not as fuzzy though. No, I mean a warm cocoa, it just warms you on the inside. Ryan, I need some interjection here, buddy. We can't see.
Hi.
Okay, cool. Okay, much better. I thought he was off camera, like making faces and stuff. Ryan, what's one of your favorite memories?
Well, one of my most vivid favorite memories would be when I was at my uncle's house and I was a kid. And it was Christmas, and it was Christmas night. The family was partying and everything. And I was sitting playing PlayStation on my uncle's couch, and he's standing next to me right here. And then he just goes, whoa, and falls backwards into the tree and takes the whole tree out, and everyone's just laughing like, oh my gosh, Dean did it. Because my grandma used to be the one that drank a lot and fell into the tree. It's not a surprise that people falling into the trees. So that year is my uncle's thing, and everyone kind of felt like, oh, the tradition kept
torch
going,
has been passed.
Yeah, grandma passed away a couple years ago. Who's gonna fall into the tree? My uncle did it. So it really was nice.
What about decorate lightly?
What?
Do you decorate the tree lightly?
No, he decorated, the big ass stuff.
Oh, good. So there's a lot going down then when it goes down.
Oh, everything. Loud, shattered glass. It was crazy.
Spectacle.
Awesome.
Yeah. But I was like 6, so I was like, whoa, My uncle got dizzy.
Oh man, yeah, that's just the image of that, because it's such a like a Griswold kind of thing to happen. Like wow, yeah. I still have images. Why we don't hear more of fried cats throughout
What?
fried cats.
What is this?
Elaborate. What?
When the cats chew on the electric cord and eat themselves,
I've never heard about this.
I've never heard about this.
I've heard of hamsters, fried hamsters, but not fried rats. Or
I've always
like cats, kitty cats.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm glad our cats don't eat the lights.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, they bite the cord, like especially the old ones, bite the cord, and I guess like the cat saliva mixes with the electricity, and
Wow, and then you find that under your Christmas tree. That would be a horrible
That's
way to
awful.
Yeah.
smell it first.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I bet
terrible. Barbecue.
Well, then I'm sure they could set the whole house on fire too.
Yeah, now
I
your whole
didn't say I did it.
Like on purpose.
Right. Yeah, no, I try not to set any living creature, great or small, up for that kind of
That's
tragedy.
good.
At least for the holiday season.
At least the holiday season. At least
Yeah.
for these 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks, right?
Day after January 2nd, though, kitty, you're mine.
There you go.
Special. Hey guys, you're watching the Groove Zone's Holiday Special 2022. I'm DJ D Phoenix coming to you from Olympia, Washington, and with me today, I've got DJ Ducky from Seattle. Hey Ducky.
Hey, how's it going out there?
Doing well out here, and how about in there?
Oh, pretty good.
Good.
We're just, we're having fun. I'd like to say hello and happy holidays to everybody out there. Anyone who knows or cares about me, or even if you don't, that's okay. Happy holidays to you guys who don't care about me too. I won't discriminate.
That is heartwarming, is what that is. Any wishes to anybody out there for this holiday season?
Well, be kind and be safe, be generous and be festive, because festive is fun.
That's
And
right.
kindness is good, and safety is important.
That's right. And along those list of B's, also be listening to the Groove Zone on Spotify.
That's right. I forgot to throw that in. Make sure you're listening to the Groove Zone on Spotify.
Right. Or else we'll have to vote you.
That's
All
right.
right. Well, so what does Christmas look like for DJ Ducky this year?
Well, we're gonna spend some time with my girl, probably Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day. Probably gonna head over to my mother's and spend some time with her, and pass out some candy and goodies and things, and do dinner, and hopefully lots of pumpkin pie and lots of chocolate.
Nice.
That's what I'm aiming for that.
Nice. Well, you should dress up like this and see what kind of response you get.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least I'd have the red taken care of, the red factor, Christmas Eve.
Right.
But
if you find yourself in a pinch and needing to borrow anything, you just let me know, and I'd be more than happy to hand it on over to you.
Okay, I'll take you up on that if I feel moved towards that ensemble there.
Thank you very much. Well, kids, that's been our catch up with DJ Ducky. Like he said, be careful, be good, be nice this holiday season, because remember, Santa Claus is watching, and if you want to end up on his naughty list, then don't do anything that he just said. So there's that. All right. Well, Ducky, thank you so much for hanging out with me for a moment today. Totally appreciate this.
You're more than welcome, sir. More than welcome.
All right. Well, and in the words of the immortal Tiny Tim, I will just say, God bless us, everyone. Wasn't it Tiny Tim Cratchit? Yeah.
God bless us, everyone. Yeah, not the Tiptoe Through the Tulips guy, but the Charles Dickens kid. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. I would love to see them transfer the two, though, and let little Tiny Tim stand up on stage with the Youth of Lele, if he could, with his bad leg.
Now that would be something. I would be up for that. I would probably pay to see that. Probably more than I'd like to admit.
It's a little sordid, actually. Little sketchy.
A bit twisted. Yeah, I like it.
Speaking of twisted,
you're a sick man, DJ D Phoenix.
Well, somebody has to be, and I'm the only one. Well, I'm not the only one here. I am with DJ Ducky, though, out of Seattle, Washington. Guys, don't go anywhere. We will be right back after these important messages from our sponsors.
All right. This is Dave Reese from the MTR Project. You're listening to the Groove Zone. Crank it up.
Rock and roll. Cool, guys.
Number 2. Hey, guys. This is Trent Kelly of The Wave Show, out of the voice of Vashon, Washington. And you guys really need to check out GZ23. It's really cool stuff, and you got to be in the know.
Awesome. I don't know what we're pointing at, but rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
The coffee on, and the parents wake up and it's just Christmas morning, just warm feelings. Kind of the same thing with what you said, and I'm reminded also of like an old Campbell's commercial where the kids just are, out in the cold and all that. They walk in, mom serves them up some Campbell's, and they warm up, these snowmen melt into these cute little kids, and it's just like, how heartwarming is that?
Right.
Okay. Awesome.
So a lot of my memories, we went to the Christmas Eve services, and there was a religious aspect, but a lot of my memories revolve around food.
Okay.
We were Norwegian American, so we had,
wow.
The relatives of the old country. They made the kransekake, the lefse, the krumkake. Christmas Eve we had spigotshert, and all these Norwegian foods, and maybe that's why I'm diabetic now. Is that all my memories are around food and candy?
Does that come with the dentist? A dentist. I was going to say subscription, but at least a dentist appointment. True, but
yeah,
and I don't think it really maybe it matters like where your family is originally from, but like the Norwegian family though, are the Norwegian people. Amazing food. And I can only imagine that, especially during a holiday, the abundance of it and just, the selection, everything. Yeah. I mean, and then there's our family that, stops by the deli on the way there and, grabs like a platter of cold cuts. And, and that's good too, because everybody likes bologna. So,
Oh no, in our family, like when I was a kid, people were working on their stuff for weeks
I'll bet.
to have it ready. Yeah.
I'll bet. How cool. So you've still got, how much longer you guys are in Spain then?
So like, I'm in Spain this week, then we go to Lisbon, Portugal.
Wow.
Then I think we're in Barcelona, and then like Switzerland. I have to look at the schedule. I just get on the bus or plane where they take us.
Right.
We're Belgium, Oslo, Norway. We're all over the place.
You're probably not a real spring chicken anymore, that no doubt. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, hey, listen, like I said, I know that you put some time aside, and I want to say thank you again so much. Before we go, what would you like to pass on to anybody watching today? Keeping in mind that it's a Christmas show, but it doesn't have to necessarily be a Christmas message. But what would your word to the world or whatever be for people today?
Oh, you know what? Don't underestimate the toll the pandemic had on all of us. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself, especially through the holidays. Don't be too hard on yourself. I know a lot of people have a hard time, but just be kind to yourself. That's all.
Okay. Awesome. Just out of curiosity, whether this would end up on the show or not, but I'm just curious because awesome. Just out of curiosity, whether this would end up on the show or not, but I'm just curious because I've heard this from other artists before. Is there any kind of a homeless problem at all as you tour? I mean, like, are you noticing it like how it is in the States? Now, I don't know what it's like up in Mount Vernon, but all you have to do is just travel not that far, and you've got homeless people.
Yeah, that's not something I can really comment on with any knowledge.
Okay.
Because I'm in a town for a week. I walk down a couple streets. I don't really have a feel, but yes, there are. Any time there's subways.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter what town you're in. There will be a few homeless people. Sure.
Okay.
I can't tell you. How many or
right
like that, but yeah.
And I don't even know why it was something that I brought up. I guess probably because, like I said, at least here, and this from being in the States, a lot of the time is that you don't have to travel too far anymore these days to see somebody that's out in the weather like this, and it's just like I am still totally amazed. And I think that any day that I'm out, especially when I'm all bundled up because the temperatures are cold, and I'm getting back into my car. Now, granted, I'm a long way from being a level that is anywhere close to like even middle class. But I think about the people that don't have a warm place to get into. They don't have a retreat.
Yeah, wow, it's such a massive problem, and I don't have anything worthwhile to say. I wish I did, or solutions or anything, but
well, we didn't come to you for necessarily a solution to world peace today. We did however come to you for we did however yes.
It's not something that comes up very often, but there's twice in my life where I was homeless. Really? I say homeless. It was when I was younger. Once when I was 15, one when I was like 22. I was living in my car, which I realize is an entirely different experience. I had a job. I wasn't doing drugs. It wasn't things people thought, but wow. And I kept it to myself. Each time I had a gym membership, and I would go every morning and work out so I could take a shower. But when certain people found out I was homeless, wow, they would just avoid me. And this was with me, like, I was clean, I had a job, I wasn't on drugs.
Right.
So yeah, and again, that's, you know, living in your car. You know, I say homeless, that's not homeless, so it's a different experience, but so it's a different experience, but I just, you know, all I wanted was a safe place to sleep, and I was nervous about where I was going to park.
Oh,
you know, I burned a lot of gas just trying to be safe. So yeah, if you figure it out, let me know.
I will. Actually, I'll get working on that this afternoon, and I might have something for you by tomorrow, if that's okay. Now, don't we wish? You know, I wish that we were like those Coca-Cola singers sitting on the hill with the little candles in our hands, so that we could teach the world to sing.
For the listeners that are listening, he's talking about a Justin Bieber song. I'm sure you don't remember that commercial. I gotcha.
Talk about dating. Oh my gosh! Did you see that?
Like to teach the world to sing.
Perfect harmony.
That was a great commercial.
Yeah, there may not ever be a translation for that one, kids. I might actually have to attach the video to it, but it'll be all grainy though, kind of like my memory. But anyway, CONRAD ASKLAND, awesome, my friend. Good catching up with you, buddy.
Great talking to you too.
Definitely, and I'm looking forward to touching base with you. I'm still watching your adventures as you guys travel. So I thank technology for that. But yeah, we'll have to catch up sometime after the tour's over and see where things are at. And in the meantime, though, have yourself an incredible holiday, bud.
You too. Thank you.
You bet. Guys, don't go anywhere. Oh, where do we want to send them? We can send them to CONRADASKLAND.com or .org.
.com. You know, they'll see some pictures. Oh, I'm with CIRQUE. But hey, check out my YouTube channel, CONRAD ASKLAND, ASKLAND at YouTube. There's some kind of cool stuff on there.
There is, yeah.
There's some bad stuff, but also some cool stuff.
Yeah, but even some of your real small Sputnik, Boing, even Boing. You know, I think Boing comes in at like 22 seconds or something like that. There's not an awful lot there. I love it. Totally love it.
That was from like 1991.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, you got to go online, check out his YouTube channel, CONRAD, and then ASKLAND. You can't miss it. You can always check out the CIRQUE website as well. But do check it out. If you're not familiar with the company yet, they've got some amazing shows out there, and CONRAD just happens to be part of a few of them. So anyway, all right. Well, rock and roll. Have yourself a merry holiday, and we will talk soon.
Sounds good.
Cool. I'll make sure that you get links to this too, my friend. So that way you'll have something to sit back and. Actually, this was a really good one. So thank you.
Was it?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
All right. Hey, go get some sleep or whatever, and we will touch base soon.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Have a great one. Merry Christmas. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Okay, rock and roll. All right.
Homeless. So it's a different experience, but I just, you know, all I wanted was a safe place to sleep, and I was nervous about where I was going to park.
Oh,
I burned a lot of gas just trying to be safe. So yeah. If you figure it out, let me know.
I will. Actually, I'll get working on that this afternoon, and I might have something for you by tomorrow, if that's okay. Now, don't we wish? You know, I wish that we were like those Coca-Cola singers sitting on the hill with the little candles in our hands, so that we could teach the world to sing.
For the listeners that are listening, he's talking about a Justin Bieber song. I'm sure you don't remember that commercial. I gotcha.
Talk about dating. Oh my gosh! Did you see that?
Like to teach the world to sing.
Perfect harmony.
That was a great commercial.
Yeah, there may not ever be a translation for that one, kids. I might actually have to attach the video to it, but it'll be all grainy though, kind of like my memory. But anyway, CONRAD ASKLAND, awesome, my friend. Good catching up with you, buddy.
Great talking to you too.
Definitely, and I'm looking forward to touching base with you. I'm still watching your adventures as you guys travel. So I think technology for that. But yeah, we'll have to catch up sometime after the tour's over and see where things are at. And in the meantime, though, have yourself an incredible holiday, bud.
You too. Thank you.
You bet. You bet. Guys, don't go anywhere. Oh, where do we want to send them? We can send them to CONRADASKLAND.com or .org.
.com. You know, they'll see some pictures. Oh, I'm with CIRQUE. But hey, check out my YouTube channel, Conrad Askland, ASKLAND at YouTube. There's some kind of cool stuff on there.
There is. Yeah.
There's some bad stuff, but also some cool stuff.
Yeah, but even some of your real small Sputnik, Boeing, even Boeing. You know, I think Boeing comes in at like 22 seconds or something like that. There's not an awful lot there. I love it. Totally love it.
That was from like 1991.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, you got to go online, check out his YouTube channel, Conrad, and then at ASKLAND. You can't miss it. You can always check out the CIRQUE website as well. But do check it out. If you're not familiar with the company yet, they've got some amazing shows out there, and Conrad just happens to be part of a few of them. So anyway, all right. Well, rock and roll. Have yourself a merry holiday, and we will talk soon.
Sounds good.
Cool. I'll make sure that you get links to this too, my friend. So that way you'll have something to sit back and. Actually, this was a really good one. So totally
was it?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
All right. Hey, go get some sleep or whatever, and we will touch base soon.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Have a great one. Merry Christmas. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Okay, right. All right.